Luke Donald has made his 6 picks for the European Ryder Cup team. Absolutely no surprises. He went with John Rahm, Shane Lowry, Sepp Straka, Victor Hovland, Ludwig Oberg, and Matt Fitzpatrick. I think that these picks were essentially made for him after Rasmus Højgaard qualified on points in the last week possible. Look, if you're a Harry Hall, if you're a Marco Penge, if you're a Matt Wallace, you're going to feel very disappointed. Obviously, you want to make the team, but it's hard to argue with these picks. So if I would have told Luke Donald 2 years ago in Rome that you're going to be able to go to Bethpage Black, into the Cauldron in New York, in probably the most intense Ryder Cup atmosphere ever, and you're going to have 11 of the same 12 guys who delivered you a massive victory in Italy, and the only guy who's on your team now who wasn't 2 years ago, he was riding around with his literal twin all week, Rasmus Højgaard, who was pretty much attached at the hip with Nikolai that week. So, there's always turnover with these Ryder Cup teams, but I think the captain probably doesn't want there to be. He wants the experienced guys to be playing well enough, especially on a road Ryder Cup. He wants them to be playing well enough to be picked, and 11 of the 12 from his team 2 years ago playing well enough to be picked. The one you could maybe take, there's two I guess you could sort of take issue with. Shane Lowry finished the season with a little bit of a dud, but he was really, really strong to start the year. And the role that Justin Thomas has on the American team is sort of the role that Shane Lowry has on the European team. He is infectious with his energy. He's the heart and soul of the team room. And then Matt Fitzpatrick, he's been finishing in the top 6 basically every week for the past month and a half. Doesn't have the best Ryder Cup record, but again, has that experience and has had a fantastic end of the summer. Guys like Wallace and Penge and Harry Hall, they've had a nice summer. Didn't really do enough to differentiate themselves from the more experienced players. So shout out from New Mexico, Santa Fe, New Mexico. I was supposed to be on vacation, but when Ryder Cup picks are made, what do you expect me to stay away?